Immanuel Kant. I mean, the name alone, it just feels huge, doesn't it? We're talking about one of the absolute titans of philosophy. His ideas have shaped literally everything from how we think about right and wrong to how we even understand science. His work, it's the bedrock of the modern world. So let's just dive right in.
You know, Kant himself said that our age is all about criticism, that everything should be questioned. But here's the funny thing. His own writing, it can feel like this impenetrable fortress. His ideas are revolutionary, for sure, but they're so dense. So how are you supposed to get in? How do you even begin to understand it, let alone question it like he wanted?
Yeah, and if you've ever actually tried to read Kant, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, bam, you're dropped into a totally foreign country, you don't speak the language, and you have no map. The words he uses are so incredibly specific, so technical, that it feels like hitting a brick wall from the very first sentence.
And these terms, I mean, they're not just jargon. They are the literal building blocks of his entire philosophical system. They're the linchpins holding all his arguments together. But let's be honest. If you're anything like me, seeing a list like this just makes you want to go, nope, and close the book right then and there. It is a lot to take in all at once.
But what if you didn't have to go it alone? What if you had a roadmap? A guide designed specifically to help you navigate this really challenging, but trust me, incredibly rewarding terrain. Well, that is exactly where the Kant Dictionary comes in. Think of it as the key that unlocks his entire universe. And look, this is so much more than just a list of dry, boring definitions. It's really an active guide. I love this idea. It's a bridge that doesn't just point to the other side and say, good luck, but one that actually helps you walk across, step by step, connecting you directly to Kant's deepest, most powerful thoughts. And the way it works is just, it's so simple, but so effective. Okay, so it has 100 of Kant's most important concepts, all picked out and just put in alphabetical order, so it's super easy to find what you're looking for. But here's the best part, the really crucial part. For each term, you get a clear, easy to understand definition, and then you get quotes taken directly from Kant's own writing. So you're not just learning the word, you're seeing exactly how he used it in its original context. It's a game changer. Okay, but hey, seeing is believing, right? So let's actually put this dictionary to the test. Let's unlock a few key concepts and see it in action. We'll take a look at some of Kant's most famous and, let's be real, famously difficult ideas and see just how this guide makes them click.
All right, let's start with a big one, the categorical imperative. I mean, this is the absolute cornerstone of all of Kant's ethics. The dictionary just boils it right down for us. It's a moral command, and it's absolute. It doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It applies to all of us, everywhere, all the time. And this was so revolutionary because he was saying that morality comes from human reason itself, not from God or from worrying about the consequences.
And this right here, this is a perfect example of how the dictionary works. See? Right after that clear definition, you get Kant's own powerful words. So you're not just being told what it means, you're actually seeing it in action. And suddenly, this really complex idea starts to make sense. It's like asking yourself, could the personal rule I'm about to follow work as a rule for absolutely everyone? Okay, so Kant didn't just stop at ethics, he completely changed how we think about reality itself. And this brings us to another classic Kantian hurdle, the whole phenomena versus noumena thing. The dictionary lays this out so cleanly. So, phenomena. That's the world as we see it, as we experience it through our senses. It's the world filter through our own minds. But the noumenon, well, that's the world as it really is, the thing in itself, completely independent of us. And here's the kicker. We can never, ever know it directly. This one idea, this one distinction, completely changed philosophy forever by basically saying, hey, there are limits to what our minds can know. Now for one of my personal favorites. What did Kant think Enlightenment was? Well, for him, it wasn't just some period in history. No, it's a personal journey for each of us. It's really about growing up, but intellectually. It's about breaking free from a kind of immaturity. An immaturity, he says, that we've put on ourselves. And here's the punchline. He says this immaturity isn't because we're dumb or because we lack understanding. Not at all. It's because we lack courage. The courage to actually use our own minds, to think for ourselves without needing someone else to guide us or tell us what's true. It's just this incredibly powerful, timeless call to be intellectually independent. And really, that brings us right to the heart of it all. Dare to know. This is your invitation into Kant's universe. because that's what this book is. It's an empowering tool for anyone who's curious and ready to take that step. Sapere aude, dare to know. I mean, come on, that's more than just a nice quote, right? It's a command. It's a call to action. This was the motto of the entire Enlightenment, and it's Kant, reaching through time, challenging you and me to have the guts to use our own understanding. And really, that's the whole point. You don't have to stand on the outside, looking in, intimidated by all his complex language. With the right guide in your hand, you can get past that. All that profound wisdom that's locked away in his work, it's totally within your reach. So yeah, your journey into one of the greatest minds in all of history is just waiting for you. It's right there. This isn't just about reading philosophy, it's about stepping confidently into this world of ideas, really grappling with them, and maybe even changing how you see everything. So if any of this has sparked your curiosity, if you feel like you're ready to take up Kant's challenge to dare to know, then you can totally continue this adventure. To make it easy, we've put a link to the Kant Dictionary right in the description below. Think of it as your map for the journey ahead.